Hey, welcome back, guys. I'm gonna do a little bit of a different video today. I mean, I say that every video. It's a different video every time. Of course it is. Anyways, I did a video a few videos back about the Epson, and I guess I mentioned something about printing and cutting. So I got a couple of messages from people. One person specifically asked me what I meant when I said I'm printing for my 6500 and cutting. I mean, it has an X cutter for sheets, but that's about it. So, but what I was talking about was printing and then cutting it, contour cutting it on my Graphtec, my 24-inch mk2. So what I do is, and I bought that Epson for a specific reason, not really to do labels. I'm trying to get the phone not to fall down here, guys. Let me get rid of this. So I got it for a specific reason, and in the hobby industry, because we do hobby stuff. And what I do is I'll print on a lamb, and then I stick it on the Graphtec, and it'll contour cut it to what I need it. So today I'm just going to walk you through printing it on the Epson 6500, taking it out and feeding it into my Graphtec and doing contour cutting on it. So I'll do the best I can. I don't make fancy videos. I don't edit my videos, so this is just raw. So I won't make this a long video, but if you're interested and you care, just watch. So I'm gonna take you over to one of my computers over here that has Corel. The Epson's on the network, so I can do from any. So I did all the designing and set up in my Corel, and I use a plugin that allows me to print cut. So I'm going to go ahead and just print this from my Epson. You can use Epson profiles and all that. So just make sure to print Epson set on the network there. It's already set up. I already got my settings. So I'm going to go ahead and just print. Now it's going to go ahead and print on the Epson right now. This is on max quality, so it's going to be a little bit slower. Now you can pretty much print and cut on any printer that can print, gives you enough space to print registration. So because this is an 8.5-inch wide machine, you can get pretty good amount of work on there. The LX610 is limited because it only can custom die cut 4.25 inch. So, so this is the Epson printing up those stickers. So these are 1-inch size, and they're going to get 1-inch die cut or contour cut. It's actually called. And then I'll just give it a little bit extra at the end. So it prints up the registration marks automatically because that's how I set it up. And then let me go a little bit more. Oh, that's good. I hope it is. All right, so I'm going to go back to my cutter. I'm going to go ahead and feed it into the cutter. I already had it set up for 8.5, 11. I didn't really set up the blade depth or pressure or anything, but I have it set up for vinyl, so it shouldn't be much different. So just put it in there straight and make sure the pinch wheels are right. I hit enter. Now it's going to go ahead and just detect the media size. So I'm going to go ahead and just try to keep this live here without stopping the video. So I get out of my print preview, change my layer objects to cut print. I go to cut. So what it's going to tell me to do is, after I get my media size, let me get my media size. You can hear it, it gets it. I'm going to hit send, and what it's going to tell me is, when I hit send, it's going to tell me to put the blade directly over the registration mark. So it's going to give me a message, load media into the cutter, and then basically just line up your blade on the cutter. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. What I do is I line up the blade right on the corner is how I do it. Try and do this one hand and see. I mean, that should be fine. Let me go a little bit more. This is really tedious right now. This is not normal. I'm like one-handed. All right, so I'm gonna leave it there. Let's see if it detects it. Then I just hit OK. Now it's gonna go ahead and read the registration marks. So it found the registration marks. It's gonna read all 4. Now it's going to read the back and go up to the front. And I'll just leave it on for the duration of this print. But it's got to read one more, and then it's going to come back up to the front and then start cutting. And there it goes. So these are just 1-inch circles. I just have an average speed. I think the speed is 15, according to Graphtec speed chart. Sometimes I go about 25. Depends on what the cuts are. If they're just circle, square, stuff like that, I usually speed it up, but these aren't bad. It's 25, or is it 30 decals here at 1 inch. I didn't set the cutter. I have it set up for vinyl, so this is that bot material. So you could run other material in there, but we'll see if this is okay. All right, so now I'm just gonna hold it, take it out, put it down here like this. Actually, I'm just going to pick it up and hold it and show you. So, like I said, printed from the Epson. This could have been printed on any printer, really. Not just specifically to the Epson. So I'll go ahead and try to peel this. Just, it'll be a little bit harder because it's in the air here. Got fat fingers. See, the bot material's got a layer of like plastic. The way these are made, it's a little hard doing it while I'm holding it in the air because I would normally just sit it on the counter here. I'm just gonna rip it off. So it's all fine. So there you go. I got one messed up here, but if I would have set the depth correctly or the pressure, it would have came out fine. There's nothing cut through even. But there it is. So you just contour cut. You can cut any shape you want. You know, the advantage of it is 8.5 by, I think you can go 4 feet on this, or is it 2 feet? One of those. So you can have a large decal that's 4 feet long, whatever. If you're doing like vehicle graphics, you get the right media, you lam it, and then cut it. Well, you got weather resistant, UV protected vehicle graphics. So it's a nice print cut machine on a budget. I think out the door with all the supplies to get you started, it'll be like $3,500. Well, they're on sale. I think that's going to be the going price still. And that's the Epson C6500. The LX610 that I have you seen in other videos, it'll do this also, but your max cut size is 4.5 inch wide. So you can't do a lot of things over that size. So this you can do like this, any size shape you needed for labels. Like I said, I'm not going to be mostly using this one for labels. It's going to be used for other things in the hobby stuff I'm doing. But if I need it, I can. And I have, like I said, I have the HP Latex sitting there. It's going to get the wiring done tomorrow night or Wednesday or both days. And we'll be seeing a lot more videos of that. So, sorry, my video's a little boring. There's no music. I'm not editing. I don't have time for that. My kids are too busy not helping. So they do a lot of gaming and video and stuff like that. But, as they say, I ask at the wrong times. So, but that's a little demonstration on the Epson 6500 print and then cut. So like I said, normally what I'm using it for, I'm going to print lam and then cut. So then I have protection on it. So, and I use a real thick lam. It's like a helmet lam. It's really thick. I think I'm going to say 10 mil or 12 mil, and it's pretty thick. Or maybe more. I think that's about it. But so that's it. So that was my demo on the Epson 6500 print cut from Corel using the same program, using Epson profiles, and that's it. Nothing fancy. This technology has been around for a long time. This is nothing new that I just invented. You just install a plugin in your Corel or Illustrator. You print. You go back and you cut it, feed it just like you saw, and you have custom made decals or labels. So thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification, and I appreciate everybody's participation in my videos. So thanks a lot.